Welcome to USMLE SARTI. We are committed to empowering IMGs. We're excited to guide you on your match journey. Don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified whenever we add new content. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for the latest tips and tricks regarding everything USMLE. Now, let's dive into it.
Sheila and Pawan, where I entered my information and they actually guided me on what is missing. I joined Sathi just after attending the annual conference. And from there, I did my research, I did my clinical rotations. Didn't have much expectations. Fortunately, I received a good number of interviews, and with that, I started my mock preparation. Hi, thank you so much, Pawan, for having me. Before I start, firstly, I would like to share my story with what IPEC went through. So I was actually going through the Telegram group and through her chats. And I was really surprised when she said that she dropped her fellowship, and I was pretty surprised at the point that she only had one interview. So I was praying for her, but I feel really happy that she matched in that one interview. So that basically gives us an idea of how the closed Telegram group actually helps IMGs to not only know our own journey, but also what other people are going through so that we can relate to their journey and possibly take advice from what the panelist gives us and implement in our journey as well. And in this way, I also found a small community with whom I can interact with, whom I can share my journey with. And I'm just happy that from there, I have many friends who have matched, and I still am in contact with them, and probably we'll meet again in the US as residents, probably in June or July. So starting with who I am. So I'm Jay Mehta. I'm a medical graduate from India. Actually graduated medical school in 22, and this is my second cycle of applying to residency. I did apply for the 2024 match. Uh, Funny thing, I don't know, coincidental, but I actually was one of the attendees to the annual conference in 24 when I first knew about Sathi. And that was the day that was probably the Sunday after I knew that I didn't match in soap and this. So one thing that I found really helpful is their profile review. So I actually opted for a free profile review, and that is when I met with Sheila and Pawan, where I entered my information and they actually guided me on what is missing. So before I joined Sathya, I actually had a good number of rotations, but I had only one hands-on and a couple of observerships. So they actually guided me to getting some hands-on personalized experiences that could probably get a stronger letter of recommendation compared to the observerships. I was also lacking on point of research, so Sathi did help me with that. So not only with helping with how to do research and how to conduct research, but with what I got, I actually got really close with one of the principal investigators or the attendings that helped with it, from which I could secure rotation with him. So that was probably a +1, which I had rotations and research with the mentor. And I actually did one more research before I matched with the mentor in February. So probably it goes into the CV on the fellowship. So, but I'm really grateful for what Sathi did. So with that, I joined Sathi just after attending the annual conference. And from there, I did my research, I did my clinical rotations. One anecdote that I actually recall from my journey is when Dr. Shah was reviewing my CV. So he actually mentioned this point that it took me 12 minutes to read your CV because, to be honest, I love to write. I love to exaggerate my experiences, and having 750 words don't help. But I tried to make most out of it. And that is when he said that it took me 12 minutes to read the CV. You have to shorten it. You have to shorten it out to the point that within a minute, within 2 minutes, I know where you are right now. So with that, it's not only that I had those half an hour or 1 hour with Dr. Shah and then it's done. I actually had his email, so I can send him my CV as many times as possible, and he could get me whatever updates or whatever changes that are needed in my CV. So I think that helped a lot. And on top of that, the PS review, I'm really grateful to the journalist with not only with grammatical corrections, but also with intonation. So that is something that I believe was really helpful because AI bots like Grammarly or ChatGPT don't help with the intonation, don't help with the personalization that a human, like the PS needs a human touch. So that is something the journalists, as well as my a panelist, which was assigned to me for the PS review, really helped me with that, which was Dr. Shah. So with that interview season rolled in, I was already shocked from the last year's performance. I had zero interviews, so I didn't have much expectations. Fortunately, I received a good number of interviews, and with that, I started my mock preparations. Dr. Singh gave me some really insightful changes into my mock. So initially, I was ranked under 100, and by the second mock, they were like, "Oh, now you're ready," and I'm confident that you will match this season. So that really boosted my morale. And actually, I matched the program I first interviewed with. So I was pretty stressed in that. But still, I was able to make an impression. And I'm just happy about that match because that was my top choice.
Well, thank you, Jay, and we are glad we could help you. Any questions for Jay, please post it. Step one in CK resources. Any tips, Jay? Because you are.
So step one being pass and fail, please don't slack on it. That is my personal advice. Uh, Practice as hard as you would do for the 3-digit score. So I believe that the standard resources like UWorld, Pathoma, Boards and Beyonds, and probably Emboss, if you need some extra questions, would be really good for step one. Step two, I believe that UWorld and there were CMS forms were really helpful for me. And something that really helped was taking the NBME. So I took like 3 NBMEs before my exams. And those were pretty close to the actual exam. And please take UWorld self-assessments 1 and 2. Because I actually had many questions from UWSA, like similar pattern questions that I actually got in step 2. So I believe there are no extra resources apart from what there is outside that you need, except for if you are lacking behind in NBME. I think Sati has a few tutoring lectures, I mean, with the panelists. So you can take that in terms of your test taking strategies and time management, because that is what matters on the test day rather than what the knowledge is how do you manage the time. So I believe those would be the most effective.
And I don't know, whether you or Jay, did any one of you take step 3? There's a question on step 3 resources also.
Yes, I did
Okay, so what resources for step 3?
First, take step 3 as close to step 2 as possible, because I felt that the day 1 of the exam was very close to step 2 and I didn't, so I had to redo my step 2 again. But UWorld is a really good resource. CCS cases, please do CCS cases, at least 100 CCS cases before you take the exam. I additionally also would like to mention there's this podcast going on. I don't recall the name, but Dr. Divine Interventional Podcast. So those are really good. You can find on Spotify. So I used to listen to them when I used to go on my rotations just for a walk, and I used to have it on my background. But yeah, so go for the standard resources. That's all I have.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope that video provided valuable insights for your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And check out our website for details on how we can guide you to a successful match.